And hello there! Let's keep your week rolling just right. The right mix of news and conversations, whether you're catching us online, on TV, or on the radio. Hop on, join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day! Now, we mentioned so many platforms we're on.
Yes.
We also have to remember we're also on Samsung. We're also on TCL Smart TV. We're also on Signal Play over the Signal Play app. There's just so many ways to watch us. There is no excuse not to watch us.
We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Free TV. Let me just read this out. Ito
Yeah,
pala, ito yung where they can find us. Free TV Channel 31, Signal Channel 24, Converge Channel 74, Sky Cable Channel 33, Samsung TV Plus, TCL Smart TVs.
Ayun. And I'm also trying to figure out ways that they can reach us. Okay, so obviously, they can comment wherever they want.
Yes.
Sa YouTube, sa Facebook, wherever you're listening. We're also on the Facebook page, as we mentioned a while ago, for BFM, if from BFM I'm not mistaken.
Mellow 94.7
BFM, right? You know, I'm just saying. But I also want to bring up that gusto ko sana ilabas or i-start rather. Ilalabas ko sana yung number mo para may SMS chain din tayo. Na baka sa mga gusto mag-text.
Huwag kang ganyan!
Magsimula tayo ng WhatsApp group or Viber group na yung moderator
Wait a
si Ann.
minute, why is
So,
it even
dagdagan
my
natin
number?
yung number.
Why? No!
09.
Oh my God! Direct carry,
Diba? Parang wala nang excuse.
Wait, I'm just gonna buy a SIM for us, okay?
So buy a
we
SIM,
can have, I'll just buy a SIM and buy a separate phone.
SMS,
I'll buy a separate phone for our show so that we can have like a text,
Oh, yeah,
like a Viber group.
Yeah, parang may phone na friend din tayo. Diba? And of course, apart from that, we need to increase yung reach din natin. Mag-snail mail din tayo, gusto mo.
Snail mail?
Snail mail. Magbasa tayo ng mga letter, diba?
Pwede rin.
Buksan natin. And then we like, Dear Ann and Paolo, hello. I'm
Oh,
watching.
you know what? I
Mga
love
ganon,
that. We
diba?
should have a segment like that.
Like
we can read
postcard.
letters from... right?
So, guys, I don't know if
Or
a lot
maybe
of
if
you were
they're-
alive nung may fan mail pa. Okay? So, I don't know. I
Kasi
don't
we
know how to do
were.
it. Yeah.
We were.
Yung mga
So if
P.O.
you're-
box number, mga ganon. Oo.
If you guys are passing along Pito Azon,
Oo, actually.
you can drop by the studio and leave your letters.
Leave a letter for
Beautiful
us.
Day. Yeah.
You know what? Ang labo nun, and I love it. All right? Let's try
Abot
and
nyo
make
lang
that
sa
a thing.
guard. The guard's always there. Just say, this is for Beautiful Day
This
for Ann and
beautiful
Paolo.
day. Oh,
diba?
it's a letter. Make it as
Yeah.
long as possible. Babasahin
Yes,
namin
and
talaga.
we'll read it.
Oo.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
You know what? If someone actually sends a letter,
Yeah.
matatawa ako. We can make a whole segment out of it. Diba?
Kel, sabihin mo na si mami mo, sulat siya.
Okay, kailangan hindi galing from family or friends. Dapat
The mom
from
of Kels
actual,
is always messaging us
Of
on
course.
Facebook and
course.
YouTube. So there you go.
Oo.
See, there are so many ways to join the show. And if you want to ask questions or throw us messages or what have yous, emojis, go ahead and type away on Facebook and YouTube. And later on, we will be talking to the morning jock of Mellow 94.7
Of course.
BFM,
Yeah.
DJ Yen.
Yeah.
So because every morning they have a topic called Besties Ask.
Ooh.
It's a segment where they throw the listeners some questions for the day and then they get to answer.
Okay.
So sila, I think may SMS.
Sila may SMS.
I'm not sure, but I think meron, and also online, of
I
course.
think meron
We
din.
should have like a phone nga.
Alam mo,
So,
we should also have a Twitch. Now, I'm trying to think of where we're not yet. We need to be everywhere. Diba?
Snail mail,
Snail mail,
text.
text. Okay.
ano pa
Nasa
ba?
radyo na tayo.
Nasa radyo.
Wala talagang live print
Sabi ko sa iyo, live audience eh.
Hindi lang yan. Dapat may live vlogger tayo.
Discord daw.
Discord o Twitch.
Oh my God, that's
Discord.
so, Gen Alpha.
No, that's so nasalit tayo ng pandemya. Yan yung vibe nun.
Yeah, but very, very young people are always on
Oh,
Discord.
yeah.
So, if we
Kaya
are
may
able
Discord din ako eh.
okay.
Yeah. Sure. All right, of course, we have guests also coming in from AMA to tell us a
Yes.
lot. There's just so many things to talk about when it comes to cybersecurity, it comes to AI, technology, education, especially in that part of the industry. We're going to hear a lot more about that. I can't wait. That's going to be a lengthy conversation. So hopefully you can join us for that. We also have Weather HQ later on, wherein the DOH, courtesy of Doc Albert Domingo, if I'm not mistaken, will be here to talk about, at least via Zoom, about electrical hazards during the rainy season.
Electrical hazards.
Hidden electrical hazards,
Okay,
right? Kasi
okay.
minsan, bumabaha. And some people feel na some people are get electrocuted
Yeah.
depending on the environment. Kasi
Yeah.
may naka-expose na wires and people don't really understand it. Now, it is a concern in general, especially during the rainy season.
You know, we featured a story about that during the what do you call that? The habagat,
Yeah.
when we experienced that. On agenda. So there was this family, their house got flooded. So they went to the mall, charged their phones. When they got back, their house was already burned down.
Yeah.
Kasi nung nagkakuryente na, nagkaroon ng spark.
Yeah.
So, nasunog yung house, and that's crazy. So we need to hear about this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk to the DOH about that. It's so interesting. Right now, at the moment, I know it's been on and off rain-wise. We'll obviously have our Weather HQ segment later on, in just a few actually. But yeah, so we'll talk a bit more about that.
Yes.
And overall, once again, before we send you to EDSA, okay, just remember, wherever you are, there is no excuse not to reach out, not to watch us, not to listen. We're after you. We're looking for you. All right?
We are with you.
We are with you.
We're right there beside you as you drive along EDSA or wherever you're
Yes.
going this morning.
Come,
You're
let's
listening.
join us. Okay? Para magsama-sama tayo lahat.
Okay, guys, let's check the situation in major roads at this hour. First up, let's take a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. On the left side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Pasay City already looking very busy as of this hour. Moderate traffic already building up on that lane. Opposite side, right side are vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Light traffic on that stretch. Now this time, let's take a look at what's happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. Ooh, already looking very busy. Left side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Quiapo. Moderate to heavy traffic building up on that lane. Opposite side, everything, same situation actually. Moderate to heavy traffic as well. You're seeing vehicles heading to the Quezon Memorial Circle. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Friday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 9 and 0 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, what will the weather be like this Friday? Let's find out from our weather guy, Paolo, as he gives us today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Paolo.
That may be the first time you ever called me the weather guy, but thank you so much, Anne. Let's take a look at the low pressure area we have been monitoring that has already crossed Luzon. Now, as of 5 a.m., it was spotted about 125 kilometers west of Sinai in Ilocos Sur. Now, right now, this LPA has no direct impact on the country and is expected to exit the Philippine Air Responsibility within the next 24 hours. However, it now has a high chance of developing into a tropical cyclone. So we have to watch out for that because for now, only the southwest monsoon rather, is affecting our country, particularly in the Palawan, Visayas, and Mindanao regions as I move on over to the side. Now, the southwest monsoon will continue to bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over the Bicol region, Mimaropa, Quezon, and the entire Visayas. Northern Mindanao also affected, as well as Caraga, the Davao region, and the Zamboanga Peninsula. Now, let's go up north and take a look at Metro Manila and the rest of Calabarzon. And of course, much of Mindanao also can expect same weather conditions because partly cloudy, these cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms are expected. Now, for the rest of the country, you can expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies, which will prevail with a chance of localized thunderstorms in the afternoon or in the evening. So for motorists, students, and anyone going out today, make sure you bring rain gear and plan for possible traffic delays due to sudden showers. Now, let's take a look outside the PAR as we go on over to the side here. Let me move on over there. Pag-asa is also keeping an eye on a tropical storm, Podul. Now, it currently is located 2,580 kilometers east of extreme northern Luzon. It is packing maximum sustained winds of 65 kilometers per hour near the center and gusts of up to 80 kilometers per hour. Now, it is moving west-northwest at 15 kilometers per hour. Now, based on Pag-asa's forecast, Podul may enter the PAR by Sunday or Monday. Now, once inside, it will be given the local name Fabian. There's a chance that it could intensify into a typhoon before entering the PAR. Now, potentially, this could affect extreme northern Luzon. Now, residents in northern Luzon, especially in coastal areas, should monitor weather updates regularly and prepare as early as now. Now, when it comes to our sea conditions, there are no gale warnings that have been issued today. Light to moderate seas are expected with wave heights of up to 1.5 meters. Now, even if the seas are in good condition, small fishing boats and passenger bangkas should still exercise caution, as sudden weather changes are always possible. So that is it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now on to our headlines this morning. Senator Amy Marcos took a swipe at an unnamed congressman who she says is allegedly using the impeachment as a political weapon. She made the dig right after voting to archive the impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte, a move backed by 19 senators following a Supreme Court ruling that declared it unconstitutional.
Bakit naman ngayon ay naging tagabantay na lamang sila ng humihiyaw na dambuhalang sanggol? Ginawa ng bonjing na armas ang impeachment. Ano kaya kung yung speaker nyo na lang ang paltan nyo? Kaya nyo yan?
House leaders fired back, calling Marcos's statements a cheap political trick. Progressive groups also protested inside the Senate during the vote, claiming intimidation after they were escorted out and blocked from leaving.
Now, still on topic, the Senate's move to archive the impeachment case against VP Sara is now facing sharp criticism. Vice Press Officer Claire Castro accused senators of hiding behind the Supreme Court's ruling to avoid blame instead of waiting for a final decision.
Tingin ko lang, itong mga senador na to, feeling ko lang to ha, gusto talaga nilang i-dismiss, pero nagtatago ngayon sila sa decision ng Supreme Court. Nakatakas ang Senado sa judgment ng mga tao na sila ang pumatay sa impeachment. Kasi ang tinuturo nila Supreme Court.
Representative Laila De Lima slammed the Senate's actions as premature and questioned why it was handled in plenary, not as an impeachment court.
Kasi nga, meron pang motion for reconsideration. Pina-comment pa nga ng Korte Suprema yung petitioners, sila Vice President Sara Duterte and si Attorney Torion. Kung talagang final na yan, hindi na sana pinansin yung mga MR.
Both Castro and De Lima warned that the move undermines accountability amid unanswered questions over the Vice President's confidential funds.
ML party list Representative Laila De Lima says the Supreme Court overstepped its bounds in interfering with the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. In an interview on BNC's Agenda, she says that while the Supreme Court should step in during clear violations of the Constitution, the House of Representatives did no such wrong in the impeachment case.
And as a lawyer, I'm very well aware of the fact that the Supreme Court natin is the final arbiter of controversies. Now, kaya lang, yung pakikialam mismo na nasobrahan ng pakikialam ng Supreme Court ay questionable na yun eh. Hindi ko sinasabi na never na makialam ang Supreme Court. Yes, pwede makialam ang Supreme Court, but only in clear cases of violation of the Constitution na talagang malinaw yung pagva-violate ng Constitution and there is a manifest grave abuse of discretion. I humbly submit na wala namang ganun dito sa kaso na to. The House, when it initiated based on the existing provision of the Constitution and the existing rules of the House on impeachment, ay walang maling ginawa.
So we're seeing more and more arguments right now for and against the ruling of the Supreme Court. Senators have made their positions clear as well when they explained some of their votes or the direction of where they're voting. Obviously, they're members of the House who are also against the ruling of the Supreme Court. Of course, there are still remedies for those who are against this particular ruling for the Supreme Court. Might take some time, and archiving the case as is still debatable for some. And
Yes.
we're seeing so many varied opinions, even those who have been part of the Supreme Court in the past have made their opinions known as well.
You know, I'm conflicted. I was thinking like maybe we should guest someone to explain everything to us, because when I was watching Abogado last night, we have these lawyers agreeing with the Supreme Court's decision.
Yes.
And then we also have people who were part of the Supreme Court before who were against the decision. So saying that there are factual errors,
Yes.
and that's why they're filing motions for reconsideration. So I want to like fully understand like saan nga ba questionable yung decision ng court, and then some are saying that there's nothing questionable there.
Yeah.
It's already what do you call this? Immediately, what was the term? Immediately executable or something like that to that
Well,
effect.
you know, just taking a look at it, I mean, the arguments have been made with regard to the dates in particular, whether or not it does fall within the 1 year. Again, if this does not work out, you have to wait till next year.
Till next year,
to be able
February.
to have another
Yeah.
impeachment case. And we're going to see how this develops, because it is a long-running story, and it feels so technical.
Yes.
That the people that we do talk to all throughout the day on a BNC, everyone is credible when it comes to who we're speaking to, 2 and 4. So, and it's going to be a long, lengthy debate. Let's see how it all ends up. But either way, it is one of the bigger challenges here with the resumption of Congress in particular. So we are going to have that developing story as the days and weeks go by. Now, the Department of Transportation will be repairing 4 stations on the EDSA busway. The stations at Monumento, Bagong Barrio, North Avenue, and Guadalupe are set to be modernized. Transportation Chief Vince Dizon and Budget Secretary Amena Pangandaman, my apologies, said that commuters can look forward to additional buses, footbridges, and better facilities for seniors and PWDs. Additionally, the Quezon City Elliptical Road will also undergo repairs, particularly the lanes for PUVs and cyclists.
In other news, the Philippine economy grew 5.5% in the second quarter, slightly higher than the first quarter, but still well below last year's 6.5%. Economic Planning Chief Arsenio Balisacan says the lower end of this year's growth target is within reach, but hitting the high end would require a sharp 7.5% growth in the second half. Balisacan also downplayed the possible impact of U.S. tariffs on semiconductors, even as industry leaders warned it could be devastating. The government is now pushing for diversification and exploring new export markets, including a possible trade push in India.
Now, during his state visit to India, President Marcos Jr. led a roundtable discussion with Filipino and Indian business leaders. And while in New Delhi, the president also met with GMR Group, one of the companies behind the Mactan Cebu International Airport, met with PBBM, which is expressing interest in his administration's Build Better More program. PBBM is now in Bengaluru for the second leg of his 5-day visit to India.
Now in world news, anti-ICE organizations held a rally in response to an immigration raid earlier this week at a Home Depot parking lot in Los Angeles. The group called for a 24-hour financial boycott to big box retailers like Home Depot, where several ICE raids have taken place across LA. Protesters say the recent raids violated a court-approved temporary restraining order. Local media reports U.S. Border Patrol agents did conduct an immigration raid at a Home Depot in LA Westlake area August 6th. U.S. President Donald Trump demanded the immediate resignation of Intel's new CEO due to his ties to Chinese firms. Trump called Lip-Bhutan highly conflicted, following reports that he invested in hundreds of Chinese companies, some of which are linked to Chinese military. This raises doubts about the future of the American chip icon. Change in leadership could pile pressure on the chip manufacturer as it pushes through a major strategic reset started by Tan. Intel shares knocked down around 4% after Trump's comments.
Over in sports, the Philippine women's national football team gets off to a flying start at the MSIG Serenity Cup with a 7-0 victory over Timor-Leste on Tuesday, August 7. Now, the Philippines gets off to a hot start against their Southeast Asian neighbors, netting 3 goals in the opening 10 minutes of the match. Aliyah Shineman, Finley Casada, and Haley Long got on the score sheet early, with the Filipinas carrying a comfortable 4-0 lead at the halftime break. Inday Tolentin got herself a second-half brace, while Adelaide Rizzinski, gotta get used to that name, rounded off the scores. Up next for the Filipinas is a meeting with Australia on Sunday in Vietnam. My apologies, I mentioned it was on Tuesday. It was actually Thursday, not Tuesday, August 7, that win for the Filipinas. Now, a late surge from Gilas Pilipinas fails to overturn the New Zealand as the Philippines absorbs its second loss at the FIBA Asia Cup 94-86. Gilas Pilipinas were beaten to the punch in the first half, trailing the Tall Blacks 55-41 going into the halftime break. The Philippines used a strong effort in the third and fourth quarters to come within one possession of New Zealand multiple times in the second half. But the Tall Blacks weathered each of the Filipinos' rallies to preserve their second win of the competition. Naturalized Filipino Justin Brownlee led all scorers with 37, while Dwight Ramos chips in with 19. Despite the 2 losses, Coach Tim Cohn calls on his team to not let up on the effort.
We just need to keep battling, keep our heads going forward, and don't sink because of these last 2 losses. We can't afford that. There's still more to do, and we're going to be ready for our next game.
Gilas Pilipinas now face a must-win match up against Iraq to keep their title bid alive in the Asia Cup. Now, Gilas and Iraq is scheduled to tip off on Saturday at 4 p.m. Philippine time.
Now here's our first cup of tea this morning, spiked with some kilig. Filipino-Canadian actor Manny Jacinto brought plenty of charm to Manila for the Philippine premiere of Disney's Freakier Friday. Best known for his role in The Good Place, Jacinto plays Lindsay Lohan's love interest in the sequel to the 2003 hit comedy. He delighted fans on the red carpet and even greeted them in Tagalog. His visit was a proud moment for fans, a celebration of Filipino heritage shining bright on the global stage.
I mean, that event made its rounds on social media.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends who were there were, they were, tama ka, kilig is the right term to use.
Super
Kinilig sila.
kilig.
I mean, Manny Jacinto.
And Sam O was the one who hosted that event, that mall tour. And I saw her posts and she was so kilig. And
Yeah.
her plan was to keep it together. But as soon as Manny Jacinto was on stage, she was like, okay.
Yeah. Like, stop being professional for like maybe 5 seconds.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, like Manny Jacinto.
And when they besoed each other.
Yeah.
So, that's super kilig already.
Of course, and again, see Manny Jacinto coming in, getting in touch with his Filipino roots as well. It's always a pleasure, and it feels like we have been more of a destination recently for movies.
Yeah,
Freakier Friday coming
Superman.
in when Superman
Yeah,
was here.
yeah.
Let's see what else happens in the future, because again, always a good time when these movie stars come here to the Philippines.
And I want to watch Freakier Friday. I haven't seen the first one, though. I've yet to watch that.
You haven't
And
seen
then-
the first
yeah,
one?
I haven't. So I will watch that, and then I will watch Freakier Friday because it got really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. And Lindsay Lohan is just so beautiful. She's got a great doctor. Okay, second cup of tea. The winners of the Critics' Choice Super Awards have been announced. HBO's The Penguin leads with 4 wins for Best Superhero Series, Best Villain, and Best Superhero Actor and Actress. FX's Shogun took second place with 3 wins for Best Action Series and Best Action Actor and Actress. And The Last of Us and Andor tied for third place, receiving 2 awards each for Best Horror and Sci-Fi Series, respectively.
I have yet to see The Penguin. Now I may have to, especially if it has
You know-
overtaken FX's Shogun,
Yeah.
which I am still.
You're all praises for that series.
Shogun, fantastic. I love it. Last of Us, then this latest season is so hard to watch. It is one of it's so hard to watch to the point that I know people who take a couple of days to actually finish the second episode, I believe, in the series. It's insane. And of course, Andor, for those who are not Star Wars fans and want to get into it, Andor is a very friendly way to get into it because it's just good storytelling. It's just a good series.
And you know what? I found out that it was actually Colin Farrell in The Penguin. And if you look at his picture, I'll show it to you guys. It does not look like him at all.
Oh, yeah.
Diba?
I mean, like,
Ang galing. Oh my gosh.
ano, naalala ko
It's
dati
crazy.
yung The Penguin was si Danny DeVito
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day, right?
Yes, Danny DeVito. And now it's Colin Farrell, and he does not look like Colin Farrell
He doesn't
at
look
all.
like a penguin.
Here, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, there. It's there on the screen
Yeah,
here. You
oh
have
wait,
to show
hold
your
on.
phone.
Let me scan it again.
I know you're excited for people to show
There.
your phone, to see your phone.
What?
Kasi, for
No,
the
my
SMS.
number's not exposed here
No,
anyway.
no. So, because next time we'll show the phone,
There.
yung mga text messages
So look
like
at
siya.
Colin Farrell. Ang galing ng makeup.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
we flashed it
amazing.
on the screen just a while ago as well. So yeah, I mean, it's such a big production, and it's great that they're getting the recognition. And of course, I don't know, when yung bida artist, the main character is a villain. It's always so interesting. It's always so fun.
It's
to see how
all,
it
you know
works
what?
out.
It's fun to play the villain, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like being the bad guy on the show. Diba? So, ganun talaga.
Oo, kaya sabi ni Direk, ikaw daw ang babarilin.
No,
That's
no.
your dream scene.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be
Take a
able
shot.
to achieve that really soon.
Oh,
Maybe
I-
ako babaril sa'yo.
No, I wanna be.
Hindi, water gun.
I changed my mind, guys. Siya yung bad person dito. All right, so we
Now-
got something coming up.
Yes, here's an iconic crossover to brighten up your day. Later on the show, DJ Yen of Mellow 94.7 BFM joins us later for Besties Ask. We've got an exciting topic, dating old souls versus modern souls. So don't miss our bestie hangout. Don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hello there and welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. We are so excited today because we have our bestie joining in from Mellow 94.7 BFM. Beautiful Day, DJ Yen. Hi there.
Hey, good morning, besties.
Good morning. I want to hear Paolo say it. Good morning, besties. Dali ikaw.
Wait lang, bakit ako na-pressure bigla? Hey,
Yes,
DJ
kasi
Yen, how
also
are you?
station
Good morning,
ID.
besties. Oh,
Yeah,
diba? Tayo naman.
perfect.
Na-pressure lang ako because I'm like, should I say it a certain way?
Yeah, it has to be good morning, besties.
Okay, yeah, no, I got that. So, we're here with our
Yes.
first ever crossover. It's like an Avengers film that should have happened a long time ago.
I know, right?
I mean, we're now with DJ Yen, and we have a topic for Besties Ask.
Yeah, so DJ Yan, every morning you guys have this segment called Besties Ask, right? And there's a different topic every day, and you ask your listeners to chime in on the topic, on the conversation, right? So today, for Besties Ask, the question is, do you prefer dating old souls versus modern souls?
Okay.
Ako, I
Wait
am an
lang.
old soul.
No, we need to define
Oo,
the
old
parameters
souls.
muna. DJ Yen, ano nga ba ang old soul? At ano nga ba ang
Old
modern
soul.
soul?
Well, I usually just refer it to music. You know, if
Ah.
old soul, you like 80s, 70s.
So
Probably
categorize
modern soul
natin
more
according
than
to
I-
music preference. So pag
But
old
it's
souls,
easier.
medyo doon ka sa classics like 60s, 70s, 80s, 'di ba? And then modern souls,
Wait,
dun na-
classic na ba yung 90s? Are we at that point na?
Oh my God,
DJ
you know
Yen.
what? Because we're 2025 na kasi.
Wait, yeah, exactly, DJ Yan. Can we consider 90s music as classic somewhat?
I wouldn't consider it as classic. I think it's more of a Y2K thing.
Alam mo, that's so funny that you say that. Kasi if we look at how far ago the 90s were,
Yeah.
it was 26 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Diba? So when you
hindi na
think
ba yun
about it,
classic?
No.
I think medyo old. I would describe it as medyo old na siya. But the classics are still, like I feel is the golden age of music. 80s pa rin siya.
You
For
know,
me, that's
yeah, no,
what
that's
I
fair.
think,
But DJ Yan, so you know what? I know it's the Besties Ask segment, and normally you do the asking. But then we want to throw it to you here. I mean, like,
Okay.
what is your preference here when dating old souls or modern souls? You use music as a reference. I think I'll have a different rubric here kapag when we talk about the age of the souls. Pero how about you? Where do you fall in this?
I guess I'd rather date an old soul, you know. I mean, the music we play also 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
So right now, a lot of my playlists have tracks from the tracks we play here on Mellow. So I feel like dating an old soul, I would have more, what do you call that?
Connection?
Similarities to them?
Yeah,
Yeah, more connection.
All right, Anne, what do
You
you
know
think
what?
of that?
There's this study, biglang ganun,
Oh,
ano?
wow.
There's this study that says Gen Z women are increasingly open now to dating older men. At parang they prefer nga the older guys over the younger guys.
This is Gen
not
Z.
not for monetary or material perks, but because of maturity, emotional alignment, and shared values away from the millennial meme chaos. Diba? So the younger, according to that study posted on New York Post, the Gen Zs, majority of them prefer though the older guys. So maybe a lot of them prefer the old souls versus the modern souls.
DJ Yan, sorry mag-age reveal tayo. Gen Z ka ba?
Yes, I am.
No, I guess it fits in that way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ako naman personally, when we take a look at this, I don't really think of just music kapag dating old souls
Yes.
and modern souls. Para sa akin, it also involves yung, I guess, yung value set ng
Yeah,
tao.
yeah.
Like, personally, when old soul, when I hear that term, it feels a bit more conservative kasi ako eh. So minsan, when we take a look at old souls,
Yeah.
it feels like old school values.
Yes.
That's what I consider. What does that mean, old school values? You know, we're talking about dating. So the one who likes being pursued more, the ones who
Yeah.
likes being courted, yung
Yes.
ligaw.
Oo,
I mean, lalaki na ako ha. And I'm saying that
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that process.
Yeah,
I enjoy
yeah.
that process.
The
kasi-
traditional way of courtship, you
Yeah,
know, like
yeah. Since we're talking about
ligaw,
dating, ha? Oo.
meeting the family of the girl and vice versa,
Yeah.
'di ba? Tapos may pamamanhikan pagka dating na sa engagement and everything. That's the traditional way of doing things. So I feel that falls under the old souls category, 'di ba? And then the modern souls naman, yun na yung mga nagde-dating apps, right?
bilang Gen Z,
Dating
DJ Yen,
apps, meeting people
Yes.
through,
Are you agreeing- do you
the
agree with this?
internet, diba?
yeah, do you agree with this? I don't know, this divide that we put here between the old souls at yung modern souls.
I guess so. I don't think I've heard anyone outside my age group using dating apps. Me personally, I haven't used it ever.
Really?
But I know a lot of people who do.
Now I'm
Yeah.
wondering whether or not it's a millennial thing eh. Yung mga nag-mate
a dating
dating app. No, kasi when dating app started for generation ko,
Oh, yeah.
everyone, a lot of people tried it.
Okay.
If not everyone, most people. I mean, like, you know, to be fair, DJ Yan, we wanted to create a dating app account for Anne just so she can experience it.
Yeah, because I've never tried using a dating app.
Yeah, but then how would you like? My question for the younger generation, I guess, how would you define modern souls apart from your music, and how do they approach dating based on yung mga kaibigan mo, yung mga ka-generation mo?
Yeah, I think totally agree with how you described it. Like dating apps, you meet on the internet, you
Yeah.
slide into
Yeah.
someone's DMs.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh
that's
my
more
gosh,
modern.
slide into someone's DMs.
It happens.
yeah. I
forgot
feel
about
like
that.
the
Oh,
younger
oh, oh.
generation now. I don't know. I'm not speaking for everyone, but I feel like they prefer the organic way of meeting people now. They like
Yeah.
going out, joining groups or orgs or clubs, and then meeting people through there, and that's where the romantic relationship starts, or the getting to know each other phase starts, right?
Can I just say
Yeah.
though, when we're talking about dating, right, especially old and modern souls, it's so nice that DJ Yan mentioned yung sliding to DMs, because that is very much a young person move. I don't mean to to age reveal anyone else here, but then just a reminder that many times on this show already in the past, DJ Yan, you'd love this. See, Anne did reveal that day she didn't slide into people's DMs. She slides into their pagers and
Yes.
beepers. Like,
Baka hindi niya alam. Do you know what a pager is?
know what it is. I know what it is.
Okay.
I
Have you
don't know
used
how
one?
slide into
Have
one.
you actually held it in your hand, an actual pager? No.
No, I don't think
okay,
I've
so
ever seen
ganito yun
something
This,
like that.
ganito yun, DJ Yen. Anne has
Okay.
to call someone, an operator.
Yeah, you have to call an operator and then give your name, give your message, and then the operator types it on her computer, and then they send it to the pager of the person you want to send the message to. So that's how a pager works.
May third party pa.
May third party involved. So the operator
better to
hears
just snail
everything you
mail
want. Huh?
Wouldn't it be better to just snail mail your DM?
Snail mail.
Snail mail. We were talking about that a while ago, that we should have snail mail for our listeners and our viewers.
No,
but
pero alam mo, bilang old soul, okay, I have written letters and just gave it in person.
you know, I like
Right?
handwritten letters.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
until now, I
Iba
like
yun.
receiving handwritten letters.
Oh, I think, you know what?
But you know what? We digress. I never answered the question. My answer is, would I rather date an old soul versus modern soul? I'd go for the old soul because I like traditional. I like classic. I like conservative. Hindi
Yeah.
masyado. Maybe slightly conservative. Can it be like in the middle of old and modern?
I have.
No.
I don't know how to approach that from this point on. Pero DJ Yen, of course, I'm sure we're hearing a lot. We're gonna hear from a lot of people. Can you make an argument for those? Because the three of us, I believe, already picked old souls. But
Yes.
if you would make an argument for those who are modern souls, why do you think they prefer dating that type of person, that type of soul? As we talk about that.
I guess it's just sometimes when you talk to an old soul, most especially if their interests are full of classic things, full of old soul things, you won't be able to talk to them. If you're someone who likes more modern things, modern music, modern movies, you won't be able to talk to them.
Yeah, I get you.
That's just really
But you know what?
boils back to the similarities. Yeah, sorry, Paolo.
No worries, DJ.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because I just had a really bad joke I was going to use. Kung gusto nyo ng new soul, pumunta na lang kayo yung Korea kasi modern dun eh. Oh, yung soul dun. Oh.
Soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sige.
All right,
DJ Yan, thank you so much for joining us today. You know what? I feel like we're gonna have these moments like these often. Yung mga bad jokes. I don't want to say bad jokes. Dad jokes
that's
na lang.
terrible.
Dad jokes.
Hindi lang yan pang dad.
Dad jokes
pang
ni Paolo. Oh, yeah. Tito jokes.
Hindi,
There you go.
parang tito ng kaibigan mo. Yung di mo kilala, so corny lang siya.
Oh my gosh.
so
Thank
bad.
you, DJ Yan. Till next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, DJ Yen. First time we're doing the Besties Talk
Yeah.
here on the show. And of course, now being with radio and really just joining hands together with our sister station.
It's so fun,
Yeah.
right? We should do this often. This should be like a regular
Oh yeah, no,
segment
I
with
think
the
it,
morning.
yeah, it will be. It will be
job.
for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Now, we talked about new souls, old souls, but then of course we have to talk about the future as well. Actually, it's
Yes.
a perfect segue to what we're going to talk about in just a bit, because adapt or fall behind in these fast-changing times, it pays to be ahead of the curve, especially in tech, AI, and cybersecurity. But how can students navigate the rapidly evolving global landscape of the industry, and how can they graduate future ready? After the break, leaders from the AMA education system join us. Don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Now, the future looks bright for dreamers looking to get into tech, AI, and cybersecurity. Leaders of the AMA education system tell us how students and professionals can become the next generation of cybersecurity leaders. Now, we're joined today by Dr. Amos Kibet, the Chief Information Security Officer and Data Protection Officer, and Dr. Vince Abainza, the Vice President for Academic Affairs. Beautiful day, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
All right, so let us start off first because there's so much to talk about when it comes to making sure that the next generation of students are ready for the ever-changing landscape here of cybersecurity, of AI, and all of that. Start off first with cybersecurity. Dr. Amos, I want to start off with you because when you take a look at AMA University, particularly when you come to addressing cybersecurity education, just what does that mean and how can you develop students to be ready professionally after they graduate from AMA?
Right. So right now we're in digitization 4.0, and the main aim of AMA is to have skills for the future. When I talk about the future, we are talking about emerging technologies. We have cybersecurity, AI, cloud computing, blockchain, and of course IoTs. So AMA has come up with curriculum which has been developed by industry professionals. And this is where we catch up with the current trends in emerging technologies. Yeah, especially in cybersecurity, especially during pandemic, we had a lot of incidents that made us realize that we really need cybersecurity. So the curriculum of AMA is always constantly updated to catch up with the current trends in cybersecurity.
You have this program, it's called the Institute of Professional Studies, IPS. Can you tell us more about this, and in what ways does IPS address the evolving upskilling needs of today's digital workforce?
Right. So IPS, or Institute of Professional Studies, is a professional training institute only dedicated for professionals, because we realized we have a BS degree, we have a master's degree, and we have a doctorate degree, but we don't have a professional short training to cover up the skill gaps. So we created an IPS to cover the professionals and to provide them instant skills that is needed for emerging technologies. As I mentioned earlier, it's not only about cybersecurity. We have all the emerging technologies, even in power systems, cloud computing, blockchain, and that is why IPS was created.
Yeah, it's so interesting that there's this focus, especially on cybersecurity, future-proofing the students, I'm sure, with all of the emerging challenges. Doc Vince, I want to talk to you because when we take a look at students being trained for specific roles in particular, especially with cybersecurity, and of course there are a lot of organizations that are looking for support when it comes to data protection as well, IT compliance. We talked about the curriculum specifically for this program. Just what's the process like in terms of making sure that the students are ready for this evolving landscape, that they are adaptable as well with this program?
Yes, I'd like to start with the curriculum development.
Yeah.
Because everything before the teacher would be implementing the curriculum, it has to be relevant in a way that it is relevant to the industry needs, and that these are the things, these are the skills that the industry would be needing in the future. So in crafting a more relevant curriculum and to prepare the students in the future, it's important for us to really look into and involve the industry in the development.
Okay.
And with that, we can bridge the gap between the theory and the practice. So for example, this is a demand in the industry, then we are developing these particular skills that they would be needing in the next 5-10 years.
Yeah.
So it's, we feel confident that when the students graduate, they are attuned to what is needed from them in the workplace. Because I've been a student, I would feel like before, when I go out, for example, this is something different. But now, we make sure that when they go out, they can easily integrate into the system. They can easily integrate into the industry. So that's how we have in mind when we are preparing the curriculum. And besides, it's not just developing the curriculum, it's like solving a problem in
Right,
terms
right.
of what do they need in the next 5-10 years. So are we producing manpower or workforce in the future besides being productive in their field, or we are just providing someone who's ready to work, but not just work, but they are good at delivering what the institution or sectors
Now,
are
you know,
providing.
everybody's talking about cybersecurity, that this is the way to go. Why has this emerged as, you know, a top strategic priority for CEOs and business leaders across different industries today?
Yes, I think I'll answer that question. Remember during pandemic, we had to go back to work from home setup.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of hackers took advantage because we have to connect to office network through
Right.
secure communications. So most of the business leaders realize that we need cybersecurity to protect the digital assets of the company, not only the static data, but also the communication channel. So cybersecurity has brought a lot of downfall of many companies because of reputation if you're hacked. So most companies are trying to invest in cybersecurity to protect themselves, not only in reputation, but also for the damage that it can bring to their product. So it's very important for business leaders.
Yeah, Doc Vince, we talk about business leaders are trying to upskill their own workforce in particular. When you talk about the services and, of course, the courses that they could utilize in AMA University, what could they avail of to make sure that skill-wise they are on par or at least in step with the changing landscape, as we mentioned a while ago?
All right. 10, 20 years ago, when students would graduate, it would take them some time to pursue adult learning.
Yeah.
Then they're not yet into micro-credentials. And micro-credentialing is very important these days because these are more focused in terms of what skill they would be needing. For example, cybersecurity analyst certification.
Okay.
So it would target only for that particular need. And that's why the IPS is providing the micro-credentials and those trainings as well. So it's more specific need targeting, and that's the most important.
And what are your specific programs or the services that you offer through IPS?
IPS.
Yeah, through IPS, we have multiple programs. So we have executive diploma in cybersecurity, executive diploma in artificial intelligence, executive diploma in cloud computing, and so forth. So any emerging technology we offer in IPS. Recently, we were just discussing about the executive diploma in power systems or renewable energy. So IPS is just to give us the skills for the future. You know, technology keep on changing each and every other time, and we need to catch up with the technology.
Yeah, how does AMA make sure that it stays in step with the changes? Because it feels like every day, every year, the threats are evolve as well. How do you make sure that the program stays evolved with that?
Yes, to answer that question, everything comes in the curriculum. So our curriculum is constantly updated, and the experts that we tap on updating the curriculum are industry experts. So these are practitioners in the industry. In cybersecurity, they are already ethical hackers. They are cybersecurity analysts. In AI, they are prompt engineers. And those are the people we tap in to update our curriculum. We do our revisions every term so that we can constantly keep ourselves with the pace of AI and emerging tech.
You know, there's so much to talk about
much to
when it
talk
comes to
about,
this.
yeah.
That's just cybersecurity. We still have, you mentioned AI a while ago. We got to talk about that. But thank you so much, Doc Amos, Doc Vince, for your insights here at the moment. And of course, later on, we're not done with AMA. We're going to be talking to them still as we move on as well. Our conversation
right.
continues after the break.
Our conversation with AMA continues after the break. We will also be joined later by Dr. Gerard Ngo, the Chief Technology Officer for AI and Head of Global Education Systems for AMA. So don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hello there. Welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Our conversation about academic excellence in tech continues. We're still with Dr. Vince Abainza, but this time we're also joined by Dr. Gerard Ngo, the Chief Technology Officer for AI and Head of Global Education Systems at AMA. Now, beautiful day, Dr. Abainza, Dr. Vince, and Dr. Ngo. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, so we're touching on two topics here, AI and your distance education model. I want to focus on that first. What makes AMA University's distance education model unique compared to the traditional online learning platforms?
There's so many ways how we would be able to say it's unique because it's not only in terms of the curriculum and the delivery, but it would be in terms of student experience.
Okay.
And in terms of who will be qualified or who can avail of the distance education.
So who are qualified?
Everyone.
Okay. Okay. So is this
Because we don't
different-
want to have anyone left behind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because we have an issue of accessibility, and I think this particular distance education would be addressing that issue of accessibility of those who cannot go do an in-person, but if professionals who are working also would be traveling, they can still access and play back the lectures that were conducted.
Yeah, so it's a flexible learning setup here and a bit different from the traditional methods like you
Yes.
mentioned a while ago. But just for those who are wondering, so it's a bit different. Is it also accredited when it comes to the CHED and the international partners in general?
Definitely, we are following also the requirement because there's a requirement provided by the Commission on Higher Education when you're delivering the distance education.
Yes.
And apart from that, we ensure that we are competitive enough and responsive to the accreditations and the standards that's being required for distance education. So it's not just doing the distance education, but requiring in terms of tech infrastructure and the facility wherein the students would be accessing their DE model, because in the DE model we still have the face-to-face definitely in a DE model, but the teacher is live and there would be camera. I think Dr. Ngo can provide more information onto the setup of that. And then in case they were not able to attend for some reasons, they can still play back the recordings. The only difference is they cannot do an interaction with the teacher during the live session. And then, for example, they were going to do their exams, then they have the LMS to have their quizzes. So they have a lot of options in this model. That's what makes it unique. In the traditional, if the teacher is gone, then the lecture, you don't have any more copy of the lecture.
That's right.
Here, it's recorded, and then they can play it back. So they can play back the recordings and then do the examinations through the LMS. So they can still have the self-directed, face-to-face, playback mode. So all of these platforms they can avail in the distance education.
What are the technologies that power this modality, AMA's distance education model?
Okay, so first, we have this dynamic infrastructure that we set up in a way that it doesn't matter how where you're accessing it and how many students are simultaneously attending a virtual class.
Okay.
We're able to handle it. We are also using state-of-the-art infrastructure in terms of specific specifications of the streaming computer, in terms of software that we're using to be able to dynamically shift where it's being focused. It's like in a studio setup as we have here.
Okay.
And it's all being recorded so that when the student needs to do a playback, needs to do a rerun, a review, it will be much easier.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's just, first of all, this is just an important way. It feels like you're evolving with the times. We mentioned a while ago off air na we had to learn during the pandemic how to do this, and the way that you evolved it has obviously become a key point, a key strength here for AMA. I want to now talk a bit and shift to AI as well, because Dr. Ngo, having you here to talk a bit more about artificial intelligence, blockchain, quantum computing, just being a millennial and then seeing technology coming in so quickly that forces all of the students to now evolve. How's AMA University preparing this new generation to tackle on these opportunities, these challenges presented by these three things?
So when we deliver the programs, when we deliver the technologies, the different courses, we not only teach them the core skills, the theoretical part, but we also hand in hand teach them how to specifically do it in an environment that is at par with the industry. So they're actually building components, they're building live projects, they're building not just simple machine problems, but rather industry-grade platforms around these technologies. So this ensures that when the student does graduate, he or she will be ready when it comes to doing it in the real life or in the job setting.
And also, while they are studying, we have advising as well. So we are not leaving the students on their own, but definitely apart from the teacher, we're guiding them as to what they are supposed to through academic advising. And academic advising is very important so that they won't, at the middle and they're going to back out because this is kind of heavy for me. So we provide all this academic support for them, and then the tech support as well, so it would be easier for them to not to survive, but to really achieve what they are supposed to achieve for student outcomes and for their for studying the course.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your AI programs? Because you have BS in cybersecurity. Do you also incorporate AI into cybersecurity training? Can you expound more on this?
I would speak for the AI, how these are integrated. This is actually integrated in all the courses in the programs, because that's one thing. So we have prompt engineering, very important, because it's the foundation how they would be able to use. Because we go back to the main intention of providing how we are making the graduates more relevant.
Right.
We are more into producing producers than consumers. So that's why some of the graduates are techpreneurs now, and they're developing apps, developing a lot of in response to the demand of the current environment. So it's more of making them prepared. So we integrated these AI fundamentals and then the prompt engineering across all courses.
In all the
programs.
courses. So you're creating graduates who are not using AI,
Yes.
but more like developing AI and producing all these apps.
So for example, even political science graduates, they have
Yes.
AI because these are now integrated in all components.
Yeah.
It's AI, it's a tsunami.
Yeah.
It's not a wave. So everyone will be affected, everyone will be facing and will be using in the future.
Doc Mo, that actually leads me to my next question, because since it's everywhere, it's almost pervasive in every aspect of society. The fact that it's part of your education model also means that you have an opportunity here to shape the ethics used when it comes to AI. Is that a big part of the way AMA is approaching its education when it comes to AI? And of course, what type of students do you feel will be able to utilize this? Or what type of students do you feel that you will be developing with the way that you're teaching AI?
So within the same context that we are doing with cybersecurity. We're incorporating ethics in AI also as with cybersecurity. So we not only teach them how to use the tool, we also teach them how to create tools, and same hand in hand, also teach them what to do and what not to do, what is within the ethical boundaries of it.
Yeah. It feels like we're, again, at a crossroads in terms of developing AI and figuring out what is ethical and what is not. Let's take a look at the opportunities here, because it feels like a lot of businesses can actually take advantage of large-scale adoption of AI. Just off the top of your mind, where are those opportunities here for business leaders to take advantage of it?
Okay, so if it's actually more on, regardless of the type of business, it's more on if you're using data, if you're consuming it, and if you're trying to produce data from your current raw formatted in any form, then you could use AI to be essentially up that time times 2, times 3, even times 100. It only depends on how creative you are, how you use the tools to be able to provide more information, more relevant information that you could use to be able to boost your business.
Yeah.
So specifically in the BPOs and in the retail industry.
Before we let you go, what's next on the horizon for AMA University for your AI cybersecurity programs and your non-conventional distance education model? What's next?
There are a lot of things in the pipeline, and we are doing also for the ETF as well in the future. And we have submitted, and we're doing the documentation as well. And in terms of the curriculum, we will continuously evolving and improving and talk continuously and constantly with industry practitioners so that we would be able to become more and extra relevant in the future.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Dr. Vince Abainza and Dr. Gerard Ngo, thank you so much for your time. We learned a lot. I wish we had more time. We have
Thank you.
a lot of questions to ask.
Pwede na din ako mag-apply. May yung flexible learning setup na looks super interesting.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
hopefully we can talk to you again sometime soon. Thank you. Now, we still got more stories for you after the break. Don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Now, let's take a look at this piece of news. The C siblings are still at the top of the Philippines' 50 richest, this according to Forbes. They remain the country's richest even after a $1.2 billion dip in their collective wealth, now at $11.8 billion. Forbes says nearly everyone on the list saw an increase in their fortune. These include Converge founders Dennis Anthony and Maria Grace Uy, who saw their net worth surge by 74%, the biggest percentage jump on the list, reaching $1.6 billion.
The National Police Commission, along with an anonymous dog lover represented by journalist Ramon Tulfo, has donated sacks of food to the EOD K9 unit. This comes after a photo of a malnourished K9 unit went viral on social media. NAPOLCOM Commissioner Rafael Calinisan assured the public that he has personally visited the EOD K9 kennel facilities and confirmed that the majority of the K9 units are in top condition. The K9 group clarified that the dog, which went viral, Kobe, had just graduated training and is undergoing a body transition phase. So I was able to see the we're showing images of it. Yeah, and Kobe, may pictures din siya on Instagram na ang super payat. You can really see the bones there.
Yeah, you can see the ribs
yeah,
there.
Yeah. So I'm just glad that they're helping these. I love that they call them units.
Yeah. No, they are.
They're doggies.
I mean, like they are. Look, they are public servants in a way. They deserve a lot of respect and a lot of care. And syempre, apart from the dog lover community that came up, I mean, like a lot of people, it resonated with them. Na it's a service dog in the sense that Kobe's role is to protect as well.
Yes, that's right.
So I mean, like a lot of donors gave food, aid to help the EOD K9 team. It's nice to hear also that majority of the dogs part of the unit actually are healthy.
In good condition.
Yeah, in good
yes.
condition. So hopefully.
And I do hope that they, maintain the health
Mhm.
and really care for these dogs because minsan nga they're overworked. You can see them everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like in the malls, they're there, and you go to airports, right? Bus stations, and I hope that they continue to care for these dogs kasi hindi lang yung government. What do you call this? Government people, meron ding service dogs.
Yeah, it's so
Public servant dogs.
public
Oh,
servant
diba?
dogs. So,
Yeah.
but you know what? I'm really curious. What are the ethics when it comes to interacting with these dogs when they're working?
You're not supposed to touch
Right? You're
them.
not supposed to,
Yeah,
right?
You can't pet those service dogs.
Okay, I know we didn't
Service
really-
dogs, public service
public
dogs.
service dogs,
Yeah,
public servant
there.
doggos. But look, it's so hard sometimes because if we look at the video, we're showing the video right now of Kobe being interacted with. As of course, there's a lot of concern when it comes to Kobe.
Yeah.
Such kind eyes. Okay. Such kind eyes for Kobe. And I've seen a lot of canine dogs who I really wanted to pet. Yung mga
Yeah.
golden achiever.
Golden
yung
achiever.
Yung mga
It's
labradors.
so hard not to reach out and pet them because they're so adorable. Kahit na they look a
Okay,
little
kaya
fierce.
I'm wondering. Yes, I said golden achievers.
Golden
Get over
achievers.
it. I'm just super curious to know, like, there's actually a proper way of, showing your affection for these canines.
I saw a reel
And,
once on Instagram where the police officer with the public servant dog,
Yeah.
he let him play around for a few minutes.
Yeah.
So
that's the
pinakawalan
time that
niya, then
na pwede.
nagtakbo-takbo yung dog. Yeah,
Oo,
dun
oo.
sa, I think it was in a mall, not here in the Philippines. And then he called the dog again, tas nilagay na dun sa leash, and then ayun,
And then
on duty
work
na
mode
siya
na
ulit.
on
Yes,
duty.
Yeah.
No, I mean like
So I
they
think they're given time to
yeah.
we have a little play.
I love it when animals become part of our security detail in general. So
Yeah.
obviously we have the canine dogs. I remember back in the day when I when I used to back when I was at CNN Philippines, they had a cat who had a security guard uniform.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I forgot the name of that cat. But then even when I was with Signal and TV5, when I go there, they actually had a cat also as part of the security team called Guardfield.
Garfield,
And,
that's
I mean,
so cute.
It's just they are part of our
Yeah.
they are part of our security details, and of course, we saw Kobe a while ago. We also have smaller dogs part of it.
Oh,
Beagles,
yeah. Different
oo.
breed, yeah,
Pero
yeah.
wala pa ako nakakita na Shih Tzu na security dog.
Parang hindi sila, they're too friendly.
No, there's so many
They're
Shih
too
Tzus in the
friendly.
Philippines. Why not?
They're too friendly.
So are golden retrievers.
I don't
They
know.
are.
They're just too. I don't know. They're for houses.
They're for what? They can protect our house. Oy, one of the best security systems you can have
I
is
don't
having
know.
a lot of
Maybe
Shih
we can ask
Tzus
them. Bakit
sa
nga
ground
ba walang
floor.
Shih Tzu? Because
Okay?
ang hirap nung hindi i-pet, i-cuddle.
O, paano kung
But you know what?
Chihuahua?
I hope like after
Chihuahua, security Chihuahua.
Ang ingay nun.
Exactly. Kailangan mo ng siren.
Masyadong
Ayo.
maingay sa mall yon pag chihuahua.
Oh,
But
that's
you know,
so
I
good.
hope that, when they retire, these public servant dogs, they're taken care of.
Yeah.
I hope so. I remember Monique tagging me in an Instagram account where these retired canines, you can actually adopt them. I have to do a bit of research on that. Pero dito rin yun sa Philippines. So
Yeah.
I hope, that they find forever families after their service.
After their service,
Yeah,
right? So you can
yeah.
get like a very well-trained hot dog, a Dachshund, in your family. Because Dachshunds are service dogs sometimes. Security service dogs. Like
Really?
I've seen
I
a few
have not
dachshunds.
seen.
Like yung mga hot dog. Like,
Talaga?
like I have to look
I
for
always
one.
see the
Hanap
golden
tayo.
achievers.
Golden achievers, mga
And the,
Labrador,
Labradors.
mga Rottweiler.
Yeah,
Rottweiler.
the scary, scary dogs.
No, Rottweilers.
German Shepherds, yes.
Rottweilers are so nice kaya.
I know.
They look scary.
Yeah, they look scary,
but they're nice.
very...
Oo. Yung mga walang
They're
buntot.
very loyal to their families. And they
Yes.
really care for the children in the family.
100%. I'm
Yeah.
also looking for the first security Shih Tzu. Like, wala pa ako nahanap ng security Shih Tzu. Dito sa Pilipinas, I feeling ko magkakaroon tayo ng security Shih Tzu. Of course.
Before we move on, let me just share. There's this place near our subdivision. It's called The Rock along Don Antonio. And
Diba wrestler yun?
there are a lot of... Hindi, The Rock lang yung tawag. So there are a lot of stray cats there. And yung... there's a clinic there ni Doc Gab, which I've been trying to guest on the show. There's a veterinary clinic there that really takes care of all the stray cats. And I just wanted to throw it out there na, thank you so much for doing that. And there's this one stray cat I wanted to bring home, but my husband was saying we have too many cats.
That you do have too many cats.
Yes, but so I couldn't bring him home. And now see, the Doc Gab's clinic, they fed him, and now he's wearing a security t-shirt.
So security guard na
Security
yung,
na yung cat. And they feed the strays, so, you know.
Just out of curiosity also. Because I get that dogs can be like, bomb squad dogs or guard
I
dogs.
feel like cats can also be security cats.
How?
They guard away the bad spirits.
Speaking of the spirits, let's
Let's
go to
find
the
out. To the
stars.
stars. Let's find out what the stars have in store for us today. Let's hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master Hans Kua in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Feng Shui Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang ating horoscope for Friday, August 8. Simulan natin sa Year of the Rat. Kung malabo na, linawin na ngayon bago pa tuluyang lamunin ng katahimikan ang lahat. Red at 4. Kay Ox naman tayo, tanggalin na ang online shopping app kung hindi naman ginagamit. White at 7. Kay Year of the Tiger naman tayo, kung handa ka nang magpakasal, ipaglaban mo na yan. Kung hindi pa, linawin mo na yan. Blue at 2. Kay Year of the Rabbit naman tayo, kung hindi niya kayang mag-commit, huwag mo nang ipagpilitan ang sarili mong mag-antay. Green at 9. Kay Year of the Dragon naman tayo, may tatapusin kang highly rewarding na project. Just keep going. Gold at 3. Kay Year of the Snake naman tayo, bitiwan na ang hindi mo kontrolado. Everything will be okay if you just let go. Cream at 6. Ito naman, Kay of the Horsey, kung hindi kaya kayang ipaglaban, hindi kaya tunay na pinapahalagahan. Silver at 5. Sa Year of the Ship naman tayo, iwas tayo sa soft drinks. Uminom ng fresh water o buko juice. Yellow at 8. Sa Year of the Monkey naman tayo, don't fall sa mga death traps. Maging wais. Pink at 1. Kay Year of the Rooster naman tayo, may surprise meeting, kaya be ready. Blue at 6. Kay Year of the Dog naman tayo, bawasan ang online entertainment fees kung hindi na ginagamit yan. Green at 9. At kay Year of the Pig naman tayo, reconnect with a contact. Posibleng maging susi siya sa sunod-sunod na opportunity. Tan at 7. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua, Bilyonaryo Feng Shui Expert.
Thank you as always, Master Hans Kua. And yes, I will stay hydrated, staying away from the soft drinks today and focusing more or consuming more water. Today lang daw eh.
Today lang. Buko juice,
Buko
tubig.
juice and
Oo.
water. But you know what? My minimum water intake a day is really 3 liters. That's the minimum.
How many cups
Because
ba?
of
How
my
many glasses is that?
kidney problem, huh?
What's how many
And
glasses
ilang
is that?
liters yung ano mo?
72 ounces. Wow, good luck na sa conversion.
O, sige, magsalta ka muna, i-convert ko dito.
Alright, so we just want to say again, thank you to all the service dogs out there who keeps us safe. To the service cats who keep our spirits safe. And of course, who help control pests as well, yung mga pusa. They do that.
2.12 liters.
2.12 liters.
So 2 of those.
2 of
I
those.
have to. That's the minimum
Parang kulang
that I
ata
have to
yun.
drink. Oh, yeah. Minimum nga lang.
Bare minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
This is basically half your size. So,
Yeah.
fair. All right. I mean, like, again, just say hydrated according to Master Hans. Yung sa akin
I
about
like yours.
mga kung ayaw na
Kailangan
pinaglaban.
ipaglaban ka raw.
Oo. Hindi naman yan problema para sa akin. But again, it was a fantastic week. It was a fantastic week here so
Paglalaban
far.
kita, Pao.
Kaya nga, okay tayo
Partner
dito
support.
Okay
Yes.
tayo Oo. Like, that's what partners are for.
Exactly.
Diba? And that's why we get rid of former friends. Hindi tayo
pinaglaban, umalis bigla.
Umalis bigla.
Oh.
Then has gone through a couple of shows already. And that's a wrap for our show on this Friday, August 8th. We really appreciate you for joining us the entire week. It's been a fun one, and we cannot wait to see what next week has in store, as well as your weekend, too. I'm Paolo de Rosario. Remember, keep it cool and take it easy.
And I'm Ann Asis-Carilo. Have a great day and an awesome weekend ahead. Always remember to choose joy, spread kindness, and pack your own sunshine wherever you go. See you again Monday, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful Day! Okay, that didn't go